Hello everyone. How are you? This is your girl, MandyFresh Frederick. I am here with the one and only King Kevin Duval. Hopefully I said your last name right. He's one of our key sponsors here at our 4th annual Discover the Beauty Within extravaganza. And we're just here to basically talk about what to look forward to when he comes to our event, because he has a couple of things, products in line that he would like to introduce to you ladies. Go ahead, Kevin, introduce yourself.
Bless up, everybody. This is King Kevin Duval in the building. It's a pleasure to be here with Mandy Fresh, and I'm excited about the 4th annual Discover the Beauty Within You conference.
Praise God. Okay, he has a book, ladies, called, I'm going to show you the book because it's right behind us. This is one of the books that he's going to be displaying at the event. He also has another book called Courage to Believe. But we're going to be talking about the 7 things that kings are looking for in queens. For you, all you single ladies out there, that's going to be at the event. So Kevin, tell us a little bit about your book.
Well, the 7 Types of Queens, King's Desire is a powerful book that just was released on July 21st. Right, at the South Florida Book Festival. It's a book that I did a compare and contrast of women of ancient times and women of today.
Oh, okay, interesting. Can you tell us a little bit, or elaborate just a little bit more?
For instance, today we're in a society where women aren't appreciated as much, and actually don't understand their value, their importance in society.
Okay.
So what I did was I did some research, and I handpicked several different women that I thought were the most powerful women in world history.
Okay.
As far as, we could start with Michelle Obama, and as far back as Queen Aset. Queen Aset actually was the woman that did the first recorded resurrection in history. So a lot of people don't know about that. So I think by telling these little tidbits in history, it adds more sauce and seasoning to the book, and
Is Cleopatra on here?
Well, Cleopatra is not necessarily, but she's in the book. She's mentioned in the book.
Okay.
There's a lot more than 7 women in the book. There's a lot more.
Okay.
It's just several types.
Types of women.
For instance, you have spiritual queen, cooking queen, warrior queen, wise queen.
Okay.
Did I say spiritual queen already?
Yeah, you said spiritual.
I did. Okay, natural queen.
Okay.
We have a king builder. So women, are you a king builder or backbreaker? Because we have a lot of backbreakers.
Y'all heard that? Are you a king builder or a backbreaker? Oh my God, you just said a word up in here.
Yes, definitely. And I know a lot of women are tired of crowning the wrong man as their king. So my book helps you evaluate the type of spirit different guys operate in, so that you don't waste your time and energy. So you can focus on what's more important, building your family and career.
So because you mentioned several types of crown. So it's possible for the women to wear every type of crown that you mentioned on here?
It's possible. I mean, you'd be like a Michelle Obama, but she's not a common woman. But then again, what woman is a common woman? Every woman is unique. Every woman is a queen. It's a matter of just knowing what type of queen you are.
Because you got women out there who can't cook, so that means they're not a cooking queen. They don't wear that crown. So what significant can that? Well, I'm going to put you out there because not every woman cook, but so what significant does that woman hold if she's not a cooking queen?
Maybe she's a spiritual queen. Maybe she's a better praying warrior than she is in the kitchen, and then she can start praying in the kitchen to make some miracles happen.
Sorry. Okay, we're having fun. I'm sorry. He is one of our sponsors, you guys. We can have a little fun. I just want to, because I know there's a lot of women out there who cannot cook. That's not your gift, but it's okay. But you might be a prayer warrior. Praise the Lord. But again, his book is going to be on display at our event as one of our sponsors. What's probably the question I was going to ask you? Because you have your organization. Tell us a little bit about your organization, The Courage to Believe. How did that get started?
Well, The Courage to Believe International started with my first book, which is this book here. I thought it was up here, but it's somewhere.
Okay, it's fine.
But my first book is Courage to Believe, Never Give Up, Keep Moving Forward. Okay. And so everything started off with this book. I started my documentary, which is called Courage to Believe. I started a nonprofit, Courage to Believe International, and we started the C2B Chess Club and Mentoring Program, which is like all under the umbrella of Courage to Believe International, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Right. Okay,
so my question is, did the Courage to Believe started from somewhere that was already deeply rooted from you? Because every visionary that you come across with, something there's a cause and effect to why we start a vision or start an organization. So
Correct.
was this something that you could relate to, that probably as a child that you needed more courage, or is this something that you just see needed in the community?
Well, all of that. You know, I grew up as a young man, all these different components that, you know, happened as I was growing up, the violence and just, you know, madness. And to be able to overcome all of that, I know if I could do it, then I can help someone else do it. So I figured, but God put it in my spirit to write a book. How I came up with the cover, honestly, I have no idea. I want to give that credit to God.
Well, that's very good to hear, because a lot of times, you know, as visionaries, sometimes you can trace back how your organization started. Because what you fail to realize is God will always tie you to an experience so you can be a testimony to someone else. How much minutes we got, Kevin?
We can take as much time.
We can take as much time?
Yeah,
okay.
You got about, this is the first book.
Okay, this is the first book, you guys, Courage to Believe.
And there's a line in the front, and what the line represents is, you know, of course, courage, and the face is a forest. I don't know if you can see that, but the face is a forest, and it represented me being lost. And lost and found in the forest. That's why the face looks the way it does. And yes, never give up, keep moving forward. So this book actually started everything. You know, pretty much it's the inspirational autobiography. And I'm going to write a part 2 to it, maybe another 10, 20 years. I'm waiting till I make my first few $1 million, and then
there you get it, first few $1 million.
Write a follow-up. Yes.
Well, all right now, that's very good. And you got a second book. That's amazing. You got more books to come. Spiritual Queen, Natural Queen, Cooking Queen, Warrior Queen, Wise Queen, Sexy Queen, Healthy Queen. Wow, 7.
Yeah, the Sexy Queen chapter is a very interesting chapter. You know, I think it's probably outside of the Spiritual Queen chapter, the Sexy Queen is a very woman named Sarah Bartman that I wrote about. You ever heard of her?
No, but you're gonna elaborate.
Yes, of course. Sarah Bartman was a woman from the southern region of Africa. You know, she had a very voluptuous body, a very unique body. You know, black women. Being the goddesses that you are, men, you know, praise the black woman's body, particularly this woman.
Okay.
So she was actually tricked into moving to France in Europe, and they ended up having her in a zoo. So she was in a human zoo.
Wow.
Right, and the reason why I wrote about this, about her, is because there are dancers today, strippers that dance, not knowing that, you know, once upon a time, what you're doing now for money, women were forced to do it.
Oh, wow.
You know, so her story is so powerful. Beyonce is actually writing a movie about her life, and it should be released sometime next year.
So they put her in a human zoo because of her body?
Because her body, you know, men wanted to touch on her, you know what I'm saying, grope her and stuff like that. So a lot of dehumanizing things.
Wow.
Right, so, and she was just the only one. I mean, African people in general, like even in New York, they had a human zoo when black people were forced to be in, you know, these cages, and people throwing popcorn and coins at them. So it's just, I wanted to show women, you know, what other women have gone through to make sure you didn't go through it today, but we're still doing it now, as if, because we have the freedom to do it. And actually, I remember this one guy said, Dr. James Wilson, when you think you're most free, is when you're most enslaved. You know, to your own demise. So anyway, it's a very powerful story. She ended up, you know, escaping that whole life, and you have to read the book to find out. I don't even want to get into that.
You have to read the book, ladies. Well, God, ladies and gentlemen.
And gentlemen, definitely. 7
types of queens that kings desire. Now, if you're a king that desire a queen, maybe you need to do a little bit of discovery to see who you are, to know what you are attracting is what you truly want. I'm not going to elaborate too much because King Kevin has elaborated enough. We're going to wrap this video up. We are having our event again. Don't forget, August 26th. At 6 p.m. at the at the Tamarack Country Club at Woodland Boulevard. Listen, ladies, it's going to be amazing. We have an amazing lineup for you guys, from comedy to speakers, panel discussion. So stay tuned. Go on the website www.dtbw.eventbrite.com. That's where you can purchase your tickets. And we look forward to seeing you there, August 26th. Meet us there.
And what's your Instagram?
Oh, our Instagram is DTBW_empowerment_organization.
Hey, check it out. I will be there. Look for King Kevin in the building. You hit me up on my Instagram at 7 Queens, 7 Kings, that's number 7, or at Courage to Believe, or Facebook. Bless up. See you there August 26th, and get your tickets.